Thanks for coming back in, my friend. Appreciate it. Happy Saturday. Welcome back into our channel. Yes, this is our channel, and this is this live feed is dedicated to Pier KOOPS. I know you guys have seen him in plenty of live feeds. I'll tell you what. Let's get this just a minute for this train to go by. We're just gonna give this a minute for this train to go by. Thanks for coming back in, my friends. Thank you. Happy Saturday. While we wait, we can get this bait on these rods. Get these suckers out here. Alright, I think she's passed. Not quite yet. I think that will do for our first cast out here. Yeah, we haven't done anything out here right now, folks. I haven't even baited up the spot. Thanks for coming back in, my friends. Like I was saying, happy Saturday. This live feed is dedicated to Pier KOOPS. He's in the hospital right now. Let's give him our prayers, my friends. Quick and awesome recovery. Yeah, you guys know Pier KOOPS. He's on a lot of live feeds. He was having some trouble this morning, and I won't go into it for the moment. I'm not sure what kind of personal information I can give out. But he's not feeling great. He's in the hospital right now. This feed is dedicated to him, my friends. You guys are enjoying your weekend, my friends. Temperature's about 55 degrees out here. It's not great. I mean, it could be worse. Definitely could be worse out here, folks. Man, get out of here. I hate doing what they don't do it. If you have a wind block on, hopefully that'll keep it from getting too loud on you folks. That looks pretty dang good. One on one rod, one on the other. That looks pretty good to me. Yep, that looks pretty good to me. All right, thanks for coming back in, my friends. Thank you. Like I said, this live feed is dedicated to Pier KOOPS. Yeah, he's not feeling great. He's in the hospital right now, so we need to give him our prayers. Let's see, John C, what's going on? John C says, hey, Mike. And Justin's in the house. What's going on, Justin? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Justin says, hey, brother. Let's see, Justin says, John C. John C says, Justin, hey there. Oh, bite. Oh, that really popping here when he... And like I said, this feed is dedicated to Pier KOOPS. Let's wish him a quick and fast, like, awesome recovery. That little sucker hit it out there, too. Wonder what he did to it. Looks like nothing. Chewing on the end of that worm, though. Maybe probably should have just left it out there. Our backup cell phone's still acting a little wonky, so it's going on and off. I'm not sure why it does that. It's a cheap guy. Let's see, Rod Wilson, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Rod Wilson says, hey, Mike. Let's see, Thunderstruck says, hey, Rod. Let's see, Rod says, brother Justin. Let's see, Danny says, Mike, brother. Danny says, hi, Justin. Let's see, John C. said, Rod Wilson. Let's see, Danny says, Justin, brother. Let's see, Rod says, John C. See, Danny says, hi, Rod. Let's see, Justin says, MVP. Let's see, Chamber. I'm not sure who the... Oh, Dan, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, Dan. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Den says hi. Den says hello, Mike. Awesome for you guys to come in. Like I said, this live feed is dedicated to Pierre Coops. We're going to see if we can get a couple big old common carp on him, just for him. Yep, definitely for Pierre. And Pierre Coops, there he is, my friend. Yes, sir, Reed. This is dedicated to you, my friend. We're getting fights out here, too. Big Coops. Missed him. And he did pretty good out there. Hit the end of the daggone worm off. Hope you feel better, my friend, really, really quick. Yeah, I don't want to be the oldest daggone one in the chat, man. I really don't. You bite on corn. It's not me. That's a little too close. Man, it's our wheel right now. It's working fine. That daggone stand. That feels pretty good. Hope you're feeling better, my friend. This live feed is dedicated to you. I debated whether or not to even come out. And I thought, what better way to support you, my friend, than to come out here and see if I can get some big old carp. Oh, you little stinker, man. They're popping it out there. Might have to put a smaller piece of worm on or something. Tell you what, I'm going to give him one more big time piece before I cut her down inside. Can't feed the fish all day long. I need to hook at least one of them, little suckers. Hole. Looks like the current's going to be pulling off to the right over here on the side. So I need to keep the rod in this direction in case I want to try to clean one of our rods down here, which does happen on occasion, folks. Man, they're hitting down here right now, folks. Let's see, Danny says, special live for Pierre Coops today. Yes, sirree, my friend. Let's see, Danny says, hi, Pierre. Let's see, Den says, that train is so slow, bro. Actually, it's moving relatively fast. It's a very, very large train. Could be the longest one in the world. Who knows? Let's see. Lucas, what's going on? Lucas says hello. Let's see. You're very welcome, my friend. And like I said, get well soon, my friend. Let's see. Justin says, hey, Pierre. Let's see. Danny says, Lucas. Let's see. Vince, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Vince says, hello, Mike. Appreciate you guys coming in. Let's see. Justin says, Lucas, buddy. Let's see. Lucas says, Let's see. Danny says, hi, Vince. And, yep, we're starting to get some drizzling rain out here. That's interesting. They said a 15 to 20% chance of some light drizzle, so I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, a little light rain ain't gonna kill us. Let's see, Lucas says, Justin. Lucas says, hey, Ron. Let's see, Justin says, huh? Let's see. Jenny says, Lucas, go to bed. Yeah, we're starting to get some drizzle rain down here right now, folks. Oh, there's a fight on fire out here. Might be another day they want worm down here. Yeah, they said like a 15 to 20% chance of some light drizzle and stuff, so I'm not too worried about it. I am wearing 3 jackets and I got a hood on, so if it gets a little irritating, I can always put that hood on. It was popping it out there. I don't doubt it. Man, I don't know what that is. Does not feel like a carp though. Feels more like a smaller fish. We'll find out here soon enough. I think that's enough worm for this little stinker. I want to make sure that's covering that hook. This isn't too bad. I'm not even worried about this stuff. Being hook one of these little stinkers right now. They're pecking on it pretty good. There we go. That looks pretty good. Make sure all of our extra electronics are at least in the backpack. That way you get a little bit of a defense against some drizzle rain. Even the slightest bit of water can kind of mess with your electronics after a while. Well, I missed some chat here. Let's see, Robert, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Trev is in the house. What's going on, Trev? Trev says, sir. Let's see, Ram, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, Ram. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. Let's see, 11 people in and 13 thumbs up. That's just awesome, my friends. Let's see, Ram says, I don't like it when you say that, stop it. Well, you can always scroll on, my friend. Let's see, Dan says, Robert. Let's see, Sean, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. What are we fishing for? Kind of. Well, with worm and corn, who knows, my friend? That's our first fish, though. That's what was pecking out there. Got all dang worms off. We have to, occasionally you do have to get by these little guys. So with corn, we've got a chance of getting some nice big common carp, grass carp, buffalo carp. with worm, you know, sky's the limit. Anything down here. Channel catfish, blue catfish, flathead catfish, just a plethora of species. That's our first fish of the day, folks. Nice little drum bud. Cool little drum guy. Yeah, these little stinkers, they're more difficult to hold than you think. And nice little quarter pounder with cheese, mayonnaise, mustard, lettuce, tomatoes, onion. Hey, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. They said a chance of potential like some light showers, so I'm not too worried about the rain right now. We are getting some drizzle. It's about 55, 60 degrees tops. Kind of a little uncomfortable, but I thought what better way to support pier than to get down here and get out and try to get some monster carp. And if those little suckers are out there, I guarantee you there's something else out there. They don't hang around alone. I'll tell you what, this is not getting much, so let's switch her up. Nah, what the heck, I'm gonna keep her with corn. I'm gonna keep her with corn right now. I've got a better chance of getting a carp. I usually, another bite on the worm that quickly. Come on, buddy, hit it. Man, it's for these little stinkers, I put a smaller hook on. About to clean that worm off too. He's getting there. Also, sometimes if you start finding them drum around, there'll be some white bass and stuff hanging right around them. This little bullet weight right on the bottom is very effective for catching white bass when they're not spooled up. Those white bass will oftentimes just chase that bait down to the bottom. That was pretty good. A little bit tighter. That line going in that direction, you need that reel the other way. As the current changes direction down here, I gotta keep trying to get back to you guys to check that chat. These guys, they won't let me right now. There's a nice fish just hit right there. Very, very close to the bank. That might be what we're doing wrong. I think I just noticed it. Sometimes when you're out fishing, keep your eyes peeled. That fish was extremely close to the bank. This drops off very, very fast here. It's not super, super deep, but it gets like 3 or 4 feet of water like almost instantly. And that will draw those fish in very close to the bank. That looks pretty good on that one. That one just like to ping on it again. I think we're due for a new worm. Okay, these guys are going to eat me out of house and home if I keep this up. This piece can go back in. I'll save that for later. I don't need it on there for now. Get off there. I'm trying to find a spot here maybe where these little guys aren't going to be, where the bigger ones are too. It might be in shallow because bigger ones, the water seems to have risen quite a bit since our last trip, so that's also going to push them into the shallow. Keep that worm and where that end is dangling. We're just going to give this a little flip out here this time. And look at that. This is at least 3.5, 4 feet deep right by the bank. Alright. Get back to that chat. Sorry about that, folks. They wouldn't let me come back. And then let's see, I missed a lot of chat here. Let's see, Ram. Let's see, Trev says, sir. Danny says, hi, Robert. Let's see, Justin says, Robert. We haven't been seeing many buffalo carp down here, and the ones we've been seeing have been rather small, like 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds, Robert. You know, I forgot to mention to you, too, that I have an appointment, Social Security down there to, what is it, the 10th. I wanted to talk to you about that. It's like 9 a.m. I'm just trying to, we probably should chat about that in private. Let's see, Shaw, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Shaw says, what's up, MVP? Awesome long train up there. Yep, it's still there. And actually, it was stopping. Let's see, Justin says, John, brother. Let's see, Danny says, hi, John. Yes, sir, read John, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. What's going on, Justin? John asks. Let's see, Chris, what's going on? Chris says, hi, all. Appreciate you guys coming in, my friend. Hope you're having a great Saturday. And I'm not sure what that language is, but thank you for coming in. Whoever that was said hi. No worries, Chris. Let's see. Danny will, yeah, and Danny knows when to obliterate someone. Let's see, Danny with the googly eyes. Let's see. Danny says hi, L. Let's see, L, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Let's see, Justin says yep. Let's see, Danny says Chris. Let's see, Lucas says that's Justin. Let's see, Justin says Lucas. Let's see, and Crazy, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, Crazy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Crazy says, Justin says Crazy, bro. Yep, that is definitely a long train, John. Well, I can see the end of it way over there on the Illinois side. It's coming eventually. Let's see, DCP, what's going on? Appreciate you coming in, my friend. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday. Let's see, Tackle, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Tackle says, get well soon, Pierre. Yeah, I thought, what better way to, support than to get out here and do some fishing. Apparently, they did not want to worm right by the Nickel Bank. They wanted out there deeper. Again, something did nip the end of the worm off. I hate it when they do that. I didn't see that gonna bite. Yeah, this little bullet weight straight on the bottom is actually working pretty good right now, folks. So we're gonna keep trying that. Big buffalo carp, common carp, all this stuff down here. The water's been getting pretty cool, so it's been pushing them down right to the bottom. I know I can get bites on worm on this one. I just don't want to pick her up just yet. Not quite yet. I want to see if there's any big common carp in front of me. You know what? I haven't even bait up the spot one. Except for the stuff I threw in with my hands after I put corn on my line. So let's get some bait in water. If anything, these buffalo carp are going to be coming in deeper. Same with the common carp and the grass carp. So we're going to have to draw them into the shallow. Lord knows, I don't know why they don't hit much out there in the deeper water, but if you get them into the shallows, you can actually get those little stinkers to hit down here. Yeah, the rain was just a little bit, just enough to get you a little damp. Ooh. Sandy Mountain Dew. saw that. There she goes, folks. He's moving. Yeah, we got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 30 more cars still left before she finally gets by. Ding, ding. Man, I wonder what these little stickers are. Well, that little ping bite's almost nipping at it like a sturgeon or something. Boy, that'd be pretty cool if I could get one of these sturgeons down here. Man, he was actually pulling pretty good there for a second. We can always put a weight stop on this and push her up off the bottom a little bit, but I think they're going to be pretty close to the bottom right now. The water, like I said, the water's getting kind of cool down here, folks. It's cooling off fast. And I did take a couple of casts with a rooster tail. I rolled about a 7-pound gar right on that tip, and that was about it. Not seeing any skipjack either, so the cast net's probably going to be useless. No sense casting it down here. Another bite. Well, stinkers hit it. These are really hitting like sturgeon. And a lot of the sturgeon down here are like this big. Like little shovel nose sturgeon. Very, very hard to hook. They just come up to it and they just kind of foul that bait. Heck, it's very, very light. If I knew that's all I was going to get, I'd put on a little light wire hook. I've got a little number 10 very thin wire hooks, about almost the size of your fingertip. I'm going to be using the rainbow trout. They work much better on smaller fish like this. Kind of reminds me of a sturgeon, how deeper it is. I think we're going to give that corn just a few more minutes before we switch up to a red wiggler on it. At least for now. Maybe I should put corn on this one. These little, whatever these are, they're really tearing up the worm. If I put corn on this, maybe I can keep it away from it. But I'm going to have to put a weight stop on it because you have to see they're just, that's got to be a sturgeon. Even a little channel catfish or blue cat's going to, smack that eventually. More drizzle rain. Now I get down to a little piece of worm, now I won't get it. I have potential of hooking him on that little piece of worm. I think it's time we switch. Get this one over here with the worm. Yeah, we got plenty of these little red wigglers left. Sometimes these carp down here, they're a little bit more predatory than your carp in lakes and ponds. They'll hit worm a lot more than they will hit corn on occasion. Sometimes the corn works way better, sometimes it doesn't. It's just up to these guys what they want. More drizzle and rain. Keep me, come on, buddy. Tank on mine. Nah, it's hard to hook this sucker. We're gonna get this one worm on here. Just one. One little red worm. See if we can hook these little suckers. I would sure like to get one of these sturgeon on. I haven't caught a sturgeon down here in about maybe 3-4 months. That's just a little gob of red worms right there. Just a little itty bitty gob of red worms. That right by the bank where I've been seeing these fish hitting. And when that pulls, it just pulls right against that stick. Assuming I can get this line tight. It's a nice little misting rain right now. They said 20% chance of some light rain. It didn't say 100% chance of drizzle rain all day, but as long as it doesn't get too heavy, I don't mind. A little drizzle rain ain't gonna hurt me much. Just somebody's way of saying you need to take a bath. Yep, definitely Tackle. Tackle says get well up here. Let's see, Matthew, what's going on? Matthew says hello, Mike. Matthew says, how you doing? We're doing okay. We already caught one drum. Let's see, 11 people in. Let's see, and 23 thumbs up. That's awesome, my friends. Sorry. Yeah, we're starting to get the bugs out of the system. Let's see, John says MVP. Denny says Mike is doing good, Matthew. Yeah, we're dedicating this feed to Pierre Coops. He's not feeling great. He's in the hospital right now. Let's wish him a speedy recovery, my friends. Yeah, see, I put that little red worm on there. Little stinkers wouldn't hit it. Let's see, John. Denny says, John. Hopefully that wind block is keeping the wind down just enough. It's actually blowing pretty good right now. Bar rod. Go. Little guy with the speed. He just did not want to hit it all the way. He just tore the heck out of that worm. Alright, I think we're going to put a weight stop on this. I think we're going to put a weight stop on this so we can keep this off the bottom a little bit. This sand has gotten really powdery down here too. My last week's up, so I gotta tie this on tight. Oh, I probably have to cut some more of them. Really don't want to. I don't think it's not going to go on there right. Feels okay. Not great, but the should be able to capture. I think we're gonna take her off the bottom a little bit. I'm still not convinced that we're not gonna get some good fish on night crawlers. Two reasons, of course. I'm getting a little worried about these night crawlers. I've had them about 3 or 4 days, and these store-bought don't last forever. A little bit of bite on close rod. Alrighty. Still drizzling rain out here nicely. Irritating, drizzling rain. That one, that cap kind of. That's better. Alright. Back to that chat. Just a little drizzle rain out here, folks. Just enough to make it a little interesting. Let's see. Danny says, hi, Johnny. Let's see. Miss Giggy is in the house. What's going on, Miss Giggy? Another awesome support of the channel. Thanks for coming in, Miss Giggy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Miss Giggy says, hi, everyone. Hope you're having a nice weekend. Yes, sir. It's Saturday, my friends. The weekend has come again. Let's see. Scopple, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, Scopple. Another bite on the far rod. Man, these little guys are tearing me up today. What do you do to it? Not much. Didn't even bother the worm. Tell you what, I am going to do something a little interesting. Since they're hitting way too much, those little ones are over there. Let me toss that over. That one's in real close to the bank. It's not gonna be bothered by this other rod. This hand has got really covered, so it's hard to keep rod holders in this stuff. This stuff's almost as bad as trying to put a rod holder under rock. Nothing on that one. Let's put an extra red wiggler on here and get her back out there. Yeah, we've got two different kinds of worms. Their effectiveness is totally different. You'd be surprised the difference in one worm to the other, because one smells a lot like compost, soil, and the other one has well, it has like a neon smelling. It smells like a worm. The night crawlers are a little softer than the red wigglers, but they're definitely bigger. Well, that should be okay. Nah, it's a little bit too close to that other rod. I don't trust it. Might get over the other rod. That's better. If I remember correctly, the other day we were kind of casting that out there and just letting her drip. Got some nice drizzling rain right now, folks. A little mist on the water. I really should put something down here. I know what I'll do. I had this stick here. That was the idea I had when I got down here, to have a stick so they can get in the sand. No preparation time today. We were staying in, making sure everything was okay. Let's see, Danny says hi, Miss Giggy. Let's see, Danny, what's going on? Scotty Scoffle says hi. Miss Giggy says Danny. Let's see, Miss Giggy says sending you love here. Let's see, Jacob, what's going on? Appreciate you coming in, my friend. Jacob says, hey, guys. Let's see, Danny says, hi, Jacob. Let's see, 9 people still in. Awesome, folks. And 25 thumbs up. Yeah, I think we got our baits in a good spots right now. They're not getting, like, messed with by those smaller fish. Now it's definitely the day I should have brought a... I just thought about it now. I should have brought some stuff to build a fire. Let's see. Chris says, hi all, having have visitors at the moment, so the live is running in the background. No worries, my friend. I appreciate you coming in. I really, really do, my friend. Let's see. Danny says, no problem, Chris. Yeah, just a little drizzle rain. It's pretty much the same everywhere right now. There's no break in the clouds. There's no darker areas. There's no lighter areas. So this is what it's going to be today, folks. Let's see. Jacob says, when bottom fishing, do you catch more on red worms or night crawlers? It depends upon what species are there. I mean, red worms, those red worms seem to work better for like carp and buffalo carp, grass carp, that sort of thing, while the night crawlers seem to work better for like flathead, channel catfish, and blue catfish. It's just the scent primarily. Those red wigglers have a much more composty smell. You know, like dirt. Like buffalo carp. They're primarily rich cherry. It's the same with grass carp. So it's got more of a veggie smell. The night crawlers have a musk to them. Yep, that's definitely right. Different species. It is just a little cool down here right now, folks. It's about 50, 55 degrees. Yep, you can see your breath. Check that out. Didn't get anything out there deeper. Alrighty. Put that a little shallower. Sometimes the depth that you keep your weights to, your Carolina rig, can make a big difference too. You can be that much difference and you wind up catching fish and not. If I remember correctly, what we were doing the other day to get those carp, buffalo carp, we were taking it like this, about that far off the bottom, yes, taking that cast that straight out here, just letting that kind of drift down current. If I remember correctly, that was the way they wanted to hit it the other day. Now, they might have changed, never know. From what I see them in real shallow. The few fish I've seen, like there's Few set of bubbles right here. Probably buffalo carp about this bigger. Very, very hard to hook. Because they're still about 1.5 to 2 pounds. So my thin wire hooks, I can hook the little buggers on them thin wire hooks better, but Lord knows, landing them, I've had them little stinkers bend out on like 6-7 inch bluegill. Yeah, we're gonna switch back to corn here in a minute, folks. Mountain Dew, do the do. You never know if there's a sponsor that wants to sponsor our channel, folks. Never know. Do the do. It's actually pretty good for, you know, keeping your throat as a bite on the bar rod. Keeping your throat from getting too dry. Oh, you little stinker. He was really pecking on it too. Man, I should have let that fish hit it. That wasn't that little sharp snapping bite like those I think are sturgeon. That was doing the little wobble thing. You let that one hit it. Where did I have this? I think I had that a little bit further over to the right. That was just the current change. A little hard. I'm trying to keep our rods from getting into the sand too much. This stuff can really start tearing your gear up after a while. That sand will just get into every nook and crevice, and you'll wind up your reels will go. Let's see, Les, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, Les. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Les says Miss Giggy. Miss Giggy says Les. Let's see, Denny says Les. Let's see, Denny says I'm already sponsored for you, Mike. I know, my friend, but you never know. You never know. Yeah, anyone that comes in and views, reads the chat, all that stuff, you're supporters of the channel, my friends. Let's see, 7 still people in. Let's see, 28 thumbs up. That is awesome, my friends. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday, and I hope your weekend is going well. I know a lot of people aren't going fishing around here right now. That rain is, this drizzle rain, not a lot of people want to deal with it. Yeah, we have that pin. This is a special live for Pier Koops. Yeah, this rain's not too bad. It's just a little bit of a nuisance. I'm sure you YouTube anglers have gone out fishing in a little bit of drizzle rain. Let's see, Zed, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Zed says, hi, Mike. Appreciate you coming in. Let's see, Jacob says, I have my best fishing days weather like that. It wasn't that cold though. Yeah, it's getting that time of the year. And most days we have rain down here. It's pouring rain. This year we haven't had many just kind of drizzly rain days. Let's see, Tackle says, how could I never ask, of course. The carp king did catch. Let's see, Crazy says, I always wonder if I could soak lures in whiskey if it might help. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see, Danny says crazy. Let's see, Chris, crazy says hey. Getting a little hard to see right now, folks. My glasses are getting a little clogged up right now. And I do appreciate those reactions, my friends. Definitely helps out the channel. Let's see, Jacob says, crazy, if you catch a fish on whiskey, soak lures, me quiet. I quit. Let's see, Zed says, good to see you. Saw you in Daisy's. Yes, sir. I was in earlier on Daisy's live feed. It was a kind of a windy day. She was down on the beach. She had, I guess you call those, there's a bite on close rod. Aw, you little stinker. How did I miss that bite? Thanks. She had those guys with the, we call them, they're in like balloons where they're in, up in the air. Crazy. I don't think I could be able to do that. Not that it's dangerous. I mean, when you fall, you just come falling dang on water. But at the same time, I get dizzy and I'd probably friggin' puke. Seriously, going on one of those things, going like this, back and forth, I'd be sick in 10 minutes. I was worried about that. I got too far over to the left. Dang it. Hopefully that'll come off. Feels like a rock. Ah, there it goes. And one good thing about our weight stops is a lot of times with the bullet weights, they'll pop right off. Tell you what, I think it's time to put some corn out here just a little bit deeper. Oh, there goes our corn. Try some corn out here deeper. I got a worm on one rod. It's just enough rain to get your hands a little damp. And at 55 to 50 degree temperatures, it hasn't gotten through my clothing yet. That's one good thing. When it starts getting pouring down enough to get your clothes wet, when you've got like 3 layers on, yeah, that's when you got to start worrying because your core is going to get cold really fast. As long as I keep moving out here, keep chatting, keep active, I should be able to stay warm for a while. And I'm sure when the weather gets really cold, like 35, 40 degrees, and we're down here, I can start a nice little fire. Right now, it'd kind of be tough to keep a fire going in daggone rain. This is just enough to probably put a fire out. I don't think it's getting on the camera yet. I'll look here in a second. Alright, I think that's pretty good for that. Pull that right down, back onto that hook. We're going to pull this off the bottom quite a bit. That did not cast out very well, did it? Damn, that stupid sand. Getting into our gears. Wet sand is even worse. Slipped on us. Crap. That stupid sand, man. lift all the way down. I probably should have left it there. Bite on worm. Really keep nibbling on it. Come on, big boys. I know you're out there. And there comes some kayak. There's a kayak coming down the river right now. Check this out. There'll be a kayaker in the feed in just here in a minute. Right. All the way down. Dang it. Man, I'm really worried about that sand being real. We're pecking on it again. We got it. We got it out there. Peck, 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 really, really lightly. You just peck, 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 peck. It actually doesn't feel like that small fish. It's really lightly pecking on it. Can't get that red wiggler off, so it keeps like really stuck. It's sucking away. Hang on, folks, I'll get back to that chat in just a second here. Fishing in this stuff can be a little more time consuming because you gotta take your time with a lot of stuff or you're gonna mess up. Make sure your lines are tight. Keep your reels out of the sand. I still don't see any like skipjack or anything up to the surface, so said I could have brought the cast net out today, but I don't think I'd have caught much. Let's see, I think they're see, I would try to find some gold there. There's a lot of fool's gold. I have found a few small chunks of like gold when I was a kid, but that water was really, really low. I mean, like 15 feet lower than this. It was basically like almost like holes down here. It was right down by the that was just years and years ago. Who knows what? I wouldn't be surprised if you were walking down the shoreline and you found some very interesting stuff around. See, Loomis says, gold panning. Let's see, yep, Lamek, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Let's see, Denny says, Lamek. That's an interesting name, my friend. And let's see, Lisa, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, Lisa. I appreciate you, my friend. How you doing today, Lisa? Hope you're having a great weekend. Let's see Lisa with the heart emoji. Let's see. Zed says, yet kite surfers. That was an interesting live feed. Yeah, this rain, I'm gonna have to angle this camera just a little bit down to make sure we don't get any rain on the lens. Let's see, maybe fried calamari. Sounds pretty good to me. Let's see, Danny's laughing his butt off. Let's see, Crazy says, Lord knows I tried. Let's see, Lisa says, oh man, we got enough people hooked on the... Oh boy. Let's see, Noob, what's going on? Noob says tight lines. Appreciate you coming in, my friend. Let's see, Lisa says I love to fish. You and me too, my friend. Yep, any kind of fish. I'm exactly the same way. It says it in my bio on my main channel. I go for like, I believe 16 different species down here in St. Louis alone. Let's see, 14 people in. Let's see, 35 thumbs up. That's awesome, my friends. Let's see, Paul, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, Paul. I appreciate you coming in. Hope you're having a great weekend, Paul. Yep, this kind of dedicated to Pierre. He's not feeling great. He's in the hospital. Let's wish him a fast and speedy recovery. Let's see, Finding on the Journey. What's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Let's see, Jenny says joy. Let's see, Journey says crazy. Journey says Danny. Journey says hello in chat. Let's see, Paul says hello, crazy, and all others. Let's see, Crazy says joy. I tried to earlier. Unreal, joy, but you don't see it. Let's see, Miss Giggy says Paul. That's another bite on the close rod. Well, I'm backed up in chat right now, folks. I'm trying to catch up. Let's see, Lisa says, you didn't see the remark, buddy. I'm sorry if I missed it, my friend. Let's see, Jeremy, what's going on? Jeremy says, hello, bid from North Dakota. Yeah, really just nice post of the short with the seal. See, Miss Giggy says he was cute, that seal. Let's see, Crazy says giveaway. Never won anything. I'm usually the one that actually I'll be off the feed and I'll wind up winning something, and someone will have to let me know. I usually never win anything big. Pack of baits or something. Yeah, go into Steve Turner's live feeds. A lot of times he'll have giveaways, especially late in the live feed when he breaks the amount of viewers he's trying to get, or subs he's trying to get, likes he's trying to get. Then he might give away a pack of baits or something, some jig heads. Steve, he really knows how to promote his gear. And we are, thanks to donations from Paul and Miss Giggy and Danny the Stinger Manny, we were able to get some, we haven't gotten that stuff, delivered yet, but Steve Turner is sending us a big old, his big old box of jig heads and weights and hooks and all kinds of other things. They are just not hitting corn today. That sat out there for a good 15, 20 minutes and not even a nibble. If I put worm on here, it gets pulverized. Having a little difficulty hooking them right now. Tell you what, I'm going to start going to smaller pieces of worm. These are buffalo carp, which I think they are. They might not be able to get this whole nightcrawler in their mouth. They might just be kind of slurping on it like a piece of spaghetti. We're just going to put on just enough worm to cover that hook. Pop that off and put it like that. Maybe that'll increase our chances of hooking these little stickers. I don't know, couldn't hoik, right? The most that can happen is I don't catch fish. That's the worst that can happen, I don't catch none. Nice little drizzle rain right now, nice and fun. Couldn't be a bright sunny day. Nope. Got a drizzle rain on us. Oh well. Yeah, this is our third line. Oh, that's a big grass carp. This hit the surface right where I cast it. Ooh, I put that right to the face. He's right up at the surface. That's like a 15, 20 pound grass carp. Come up and right up at the surface. Let me cheat a little bit and get some bait. Force him down to the bottom. So he'll follow that corn down to the bottom a lot of times. My worm's right there, so he'll follow the corn down there, pick up the worm too. That's a big old grass carp. Yeah, I didn't mention to you guys that I had a break-in recently, and they stole they stole a box of shells and all my battery extenders. So that's the reason why we've only been doing like 2 and 3 hour live feeds recently. I had to order some new battery extenders to bite on the close rod. I haven't mentioned that on the feed. That should be coming in the mail today. Really likely pecking line out there. They're not really taking a bait off, they're just nibbling on it. Set off this, bite on worm on that way. We're getting bites, folks. They're hard pressed to hook them right now. That's my solid bite. I need to put corn on here and I don't get them nibble right now. It is getting a little irritating. That rain now. Might have to pop the old wood out. target species hopefully is going to be a big old grass carp or buffalo carp or common carp. That'd be awesome if I could get a 25, 30 pound carp down here. That'd get Pierre out of bed. I gotta get that carp. Every time I walk back over here, they start pinging on that rod. Oh boy. This is still no hoodie. Yep, I put the hoodie on now, folks. And it's getting a little cool. Let's see, Jared, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, Jared. Let's see, and Trick Shot. Yes, sirree. Trick Shot says, hey. How you doing today, my friend? Still checking on it. We got nuisance today. We're gonna take it all the way. I know he's got that worm exposed. So not too worried about it. It's just the fact that I haven't gotten these, the number of bites, and I just keep missing them. What do I do with this to keep this away from me? Maybe I was writing something about staying closer to the bank. Got a couple of nibbles and let go. We'll see what he did to it. He almost did. I remember I had a little piece of worm on there, didn't I? What he did was he just kept chewing on it until he couldn't get it off anymore and then let go. Bite on that one. Hacking on it real lightly. Sometimes that'll work if they're messing with something. You can kind of bounce that and make it move on them, and they'll hit it better. I don't know. That's in closer though, so. Yep, hoodie on, folks. It's getting a little cool out here. Let's see, 11 people in, 38 thumbs up. That's awesome, my friends. Trick Shot says, Miss Giggy. Message retracted. I got you, my friend. I'm not sure who that was. But Jess, thanks for coming in, my friend. And the fish, if the fish are on vacation, well, I guess I'm out here fishing for. I'm just drowning worms, then I suppose. Your hands can get cold out here fast, folks. Trying to keep my hands warm with a lighter. Not a good Trick Shot says rain. Yeah, rain is definitely a good sign. There are some big ones hitting the surface down here right now, folks. It's just getting these guys to hit. Let's see. Danny says, Jared. Let's see. Trickshot says, hey, yeah, crazy. Let's see. Danny says, last live, Jared, and you didn't have the chat on. I've done that once or twice. If you put it on for kids only, that'll happen. Let's see. Trickshot says, hi, MVP. Let's see. Danny says, it's me, Danny Jared. Let's see. Message retracted. Message retracted. Let's see. Trickshot says, I know. Yep, Danny's eventually going to start timing you out. He only has a limited amount of patience. Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on it, Paul. Well, he is kind of trolling chat, being a negative in chat. I am reading the deleted messages, and they're nothing super bad. It's the reason why Danny's only removing them and eventually starting to time the individual out. But please, one of our rules in chat is no drama. Positive vibes in this channel, my friends. Let's see, Finding on the Journey says, hi, I had no idea. Please send my love to him, my friend. Yeah, Danny's not, Pierre's not feeling great. He's in the hospital right now, folks. So let's give him our support. Yeah, I think Danny might have done that accidentally, folks. Yeah, Danny, why are you timing everyone out here? I mean, removing all these messages. Oh, I got you. Never mind. Never mind. I didn't see the timeout, the amount of timeout. You guys are fine. We do play a little bit in chat. Like I said, positive vibes. You could kind of play around. Let's see. Danny says, there you go, crazy. A 10-second timeout. Oh, boy. I hope you're having fun, Danny. Let's see. Danny says, I know love tap. Love taps. Oh, boy. Man, that rain got cold, man. Let's see. Trickshot says, bye, guys. I'm heading out. All right. Good luck, my friend. Let's see. Brandy, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, Brantley. Brantley says T. Let's see. Up says hi. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I know those kinds of things. I just read part of the chat. That way it's okay. Let's see. Up with a shout out. Yeah, it's raining, Chris, pretty nicely down here right now, folks. And Danny's having a fun time with the heart emojis and timing everyone out. Oh, boy. Yep, please don't spam chat. Let's see, Miss Giggy says, WB Chris. Let's see, Chris says, thank you, Miss Giggy. Let's see, Chris says, all positive vibes here, MBP. Yeah, we try, folks. We definitely try to keep positive vibes. Let's see, NJ, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, Mark. Appreciate you coming in, my friend. I haven't seen you in chat in a while, but I know you're a busy man. And here comes a train. Earbuds out, folks, if you got them in. Volumes down. T. Mark says MVP. Let's see, Chris says joy. See, NJ says, what's the matter with Pierre? We're not sure yet. He was having some trouble breathing. He's gonna keep us appraised. He's he's not feeling great right now, folks. So let's give him our praise, prayers for us. Fast and steady recovery. Let's see. Danny says hi, NJ. Let's see. Journey says NJ hello. Let's see. NJ says hello, Journey. See, Chris says NJ. Another awesome channel there, folks. Let's see, Chris says Mr. Chris. Oh, see, NJ says Mr. Chris. Yeah, it's drizzling out here right now, folks. It's not getting on the lens, but it is getting on this, the front of the camera. It's making it a little tricky to see. Let's see, Journey says Chris, hello. Miss Giggy says NJ. Let's see, Paul says, hey, Maniac. All right, 8 people in. Let's see, 40 thumbs up. That's just awesome, my friends. Yeah, I haven't been being pushed much on YouTube, so as long as my friends and family come in, I'm more than happy. Yeah, YouTube's at least pushing me to my friends, so that's at least something, folks. We're getting a lot of bites out here. Look at all that daggone thing. They're being a nuisance today. I can throw it out there and get a bite every daggone cast. They could be massive carp. They could be like little itty bitty sturgeon. They could be tons of different species down here. A lot of diversification of species down here, folks. It's tricky down here to hook them all the time. If I put on a small enough hook to hook the smaller ones, if I hook into one of the big ones, I'm in trouble. And there goes our first cat boat, doing about 45 miles per hour down the river. I suppose that's okay since the water's kind of low. There's not a lot of stuff, debris floating around down here, so I guess that's okay. I would not trust doing that speed when the water's higher, though. I've seen a lot of people doing it, though. Doing 35, 40 miles per hour down this river with chunks of debris the size of people's houses floating down. And it's right underneath the water, so you can't tell it until you slam it in front of it with the boat. I'll put that out a little deeper. The sand's getting in our gears, folks. Don't put that out a little deeper. Not much. Okay. Pretty good. Yeah, I just put a long form out of our of some pretty awesome catches we've caught in the past week or two. There's a couple of nice buffalo carp in there. There's 2 common carp and a grass carp on that long form. Yeah, I know it's like 20 minutes, but it's hard to cut down an 8 or 10 minute fight into like 4 or 5 minutes without cutting out a lot of the good stuff. Let's see, Miss Diggy says NJ. Let's see, Paul says, hey, Maniac. Yeah, you don't see me out in the rain much, but I thought the best way to support Pier is to get out here and see if I can get a big old carp. And they do like to hit better in this crappy old weather. For all I know, these could be like half-pound walleye. I don't know. These little peck bites are tricky to hook sometimes. Let's see. 41 thumbs up. That's awesome, my friends. Hope I didn't say anything bad. You know, we dropped down to eight people and down to 4. I think I've been keeping the chat pretty clean. And I guess our picture's pretty good because I haven't heard Danny say that we were pixelated or anything, or any of my moderators. Yeah, my managing mods and my standard mods. Yeah, it was on a rock. No line. We got the same rock again. Crap. A little bit too deep. One problem with doing that is when you do that, you knock your worm off. I ain't got that many worms. Yeah, we're just, it's raining out here pretty good, folks. Don't be fooled. It's raining out here pretty good right now. Evidently, that was just a little bit too far. Different spots. I could probably cast them one further down to the right, too. I haven't gone further to the right yet. They were just stacked in here up this spot the other day, so I figured they'd still be there, but might have moved a little bit. At least I'm not down on the rocks, fishing on that comfortable spot down there. We've got some, let's see, some canoes coming down the river now. 2 sets of canoes coming down. Let's see, Yumis, what's going on? Yumis says, good masa, continue fishing. Yeah, hopefully we'll get a big one here soon enough. Tiyama says, there are no fish left in the water. There are plenty of fish in this river. If you keep your eyes out peeled, every once in a while you'll see one bust the surface up here. Some big 15, 20 pounders. A lot of big grass carp, buffalo carp, common carp. We got worm on both rods, so we got a pretty good chance of getting some fish. And there'll be a yellow and big old blue canoe floating down the river here in just a minute.
Hey, Derek. There's your truck. I know, you were asking where they parked my truck the other night.
That's been there a couple of years. See, Chris says, you will find the fish. Just keep watching. Yeah, they're somewhere stacked down here. I just got to figure out the right depth to get the little stinkers to hit. Notice I keep moving further and further down to the left. Eventually I'm going to find these guys. I just say little because I'm trying to make myself more comfortable with the fact that I have to fight these monstrous brutes down here. See, 6 people still in and 46 thumbs up. That is awesome, my friends. Hope you're having a great Saturday and I hope your weekend is going okay. Chiloma says, nobody catches fish on the rain. Why is he even trying? Well, this is dedicated to a friend of ours called KOOPS. He is he's not feeling great. He's in the Netherlands. Yeah, he was having breathing problems. He's in the hospital right now. So I figured the best way to support him is to come out and fish for one of his favorite species, or big old common carp. Oh, close rod. Yeah, pecking on it pretty good. Got him. Got him, folks. I finally hooked one of them little stickers. Man, he's really pecking on it lightly. What do we got, folks? That's biting pretty good, whatever it is. Nice big old drum. That's a freshwater drum, folks. Yeah, you wouldn't believe how lightly that fish is pecking. Yeah, that's a pound and a half, 2 pounds. Nice fish. Good time, buddy. No hook is out. Ah, that's a nice fish, folks. That's a solid pound and a half, 2 pounds. That's a gorgeous one, folks. Bright silver, chrome colorations. Not a mark on that one side. Sometimes these guys have got bite marks on them because there's some big flatheads that'll try to eat these guys whole. All right, let's get him in closer for his close-up view. See how they kind of disappear? They're one of those thin species that are designed to hold good in the heavy current. Yeah, I think he wants to go back in. Yeah, these guys have got like rock in their head up here. Just a gorgeous fish, folks. All right, buddy. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, I'll take them all day long, but I would really like a big old common carp. We'll take what we can get, right, folks? We'll take what we can get. Now I just got to remember exactly where I cast that. I think that was like right in the middle out here, about maybe 4.5, 5 feet out. Nice chunk of worm. About where it was, too. Give or take a few inches in either direction. If you find fish down here, you really want to continue fishing in that location. I'm not thinking to bite down there either, so let me see what's going on there. Nope. Down a little bit further. That's getting in the danger zone there. That's like rock. Sometimes they'll be holding up down there. You never know. Alrighty, now we're getting into some fish, folks. Let's see. Journey says nice. Appreciate that, my friends. And let's see. Journey says yay, and see Chris says nice fish. Let's see. Journey says beautiful, and Miss Giggy says beautiful. Oh, that's another bite. Carp says, I believe he said, you shall have your fish. Yeah, I don't really got him. Another nice one. A little smaller than our last one. Still a nice little fish. Come here, buddy. Another perfect hooking job, right in the outside, right inside the mouth. Comes out very easily. Another nice one, folks. Just a gorgeous little drum. Yeah, people call these drum. They're actually primary called freshwater drum. So that's our third of the day, folks. That's a nice little, maybe almost pound fish. 3/4 of a pound. Yeah, see, he's got the bite marks across him right there. Yeah, flathead grabbed a hold of him at one time. Denying that other rod. I thought I heard it move. We'll get a good close-up of this fish. Just another gorgeous fish, folks. Ah. Yeah, he wants to go. Ah. All right, buddy. See ya. Thank you. Thank you. You just happened to give me one peck while I was holding that rod. Like, dang, I almost set the hook. You pull on and me not set the hook. But again, thanks you guys for donations. We're still keeping up with bait. Tomorrow's Sunday, so obviously. So even if I wanted to go out fishing, we're going to be low on bait. And the bait shops are closed on Sundays. Yeah, I usually go to church on Sundays too. At least light a candle in my uncle's name to remember him by. Let's see. Up says, you shall have your fish. Let's see. Chris says, nice, Mike. Let's see. Danny says, Mike, now catch a big one on the river. I'm trying, Danny. I mean, it took me a little while to find some actively feeding fish. Now I just gotta get a big one. Let's see. Ranyo, what's going on? Ranyo says, hey, MVP, Carp Master. I do appreciate that, my friend. We're working on it. Our baits are in the right spot. Let's see. Danny says, hi, Ranyo. Let's see. Chris says, hi, Ranyo. 10 people in and 50 thumbs up. That is just awesome, my friends. Uber. And up San Diego just commented on my long form today. Yeah, when you're doing a live feed, it doesn't interfere with the notifications you get from other things. So if you guys want to donate to PayPal or Cash App, I get those notifications instantly. I can shout you out. I usually don't talk about numbers, but individuals that want that sort of thing, I can do that as well. And you can add a message to that too. I just usually like to mention it once on the feed. No worries if you do, if you don't. All that stuff goes to helping the channel out. Everything we've got, our new rods and reels, our fishing gear, or just pretty much everything has come from donations from viewers like you, my friends. I won't mention it again. We'll just get back to the chat and the fishing. This is a live feed dedicated to Pier Coops. I hope you feel better, my friend. If you're watching, I really, really do. Close rod again. Ooh, that was a pull. He's trying. Trying to get that worm off. Let's see. Journey says, "Appreciate you, MVP." Thank you. I'm so glad you guys come in and visit me on these chat feeds. Makes sitting down here in the river just a heck of a lot more pleasant. Let's see. Journey says, "Ranyo Adventures, hello." Boy, a big old barge coming down the river on the left side over there. It's going to be coming in to feed in just a minute. Boy, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that one's pushing 5. Who knows what's in those things? They got them sealed on the top. Can't really tell. 11 people in and 52 thumbs up. That's just awesome, my friends. Yep, here she comes on the feed. Oh, I'm waiting for one of these bites to be a big old buffalo carp or grass carp, because you know what they do. You'll just be watching them rods and suddenly they'll double over and start going towards the water. I ain't but maybe 6 feet from the... I've just about lost a few rods down here recently. I've caught a few of them in midair when they're going over the sticks. And there she goes right on the feed, right on the left side. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. Six different layers to that one. The sand is getting slippery when it's wet. I didn't think I got that one far enough out. It seems to be holding like one little spot over there. If you miss it, you don't get a bite. Right about there. I was in about a foot. by either of them. And that's not much I now what do you think? I was worried about the rocks down there. I don't think that's gonna come off. Might be looking pretty good. What I've got. That was there's something out there. Not tight exactly right. I'm checking on it. I'm nowhere near it. Well, let's try some more corn down there. Enough rain to make this a little interesting today, huh, folks? Good. Something with this is way too much. I keep checking on it. That's me. That time it was me. I admitted I bumped it that time myself. I like doing that. I don't have much choice. Yeah. That's fine. That was definitely a bite. Gotta have been on that one. Go ahead, Nick. Come on, hit it. Really carrying the worms. Nipping it. Nip, 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 nip. That's got corn on it again, folks, on that one. So hopefully we got a better chance of getting carp out here with that on there. I'm switching her up right now. I'm trying to see whether or not they want more of her. So far, I haven't seen if the carp want anything yet. Let's see, what am I missing chat here? Let's see, got this thing from Ontario. Thanks for coming in, my friend. Let's see, Good says cloudy in Ontario. Yeah, we're getting some drizzle rain right now down here in St. Louis, Missouri. Frost warning. We got close. I mean, it was 39 degrees last night, so it's like 55 degrees right now, so it's not great. Let's see, Top, what's going on? Top says depressing, cold, and gray, and wet here in the UK. Roll on the summer. Boy, I kind of miss the 100-degree temps down here. Honestly, all I did was wear shorts down here when it was really, really hot. I hear you. Let's see, Chris says top shot. Top short. Interesting. Let's see, Denny says, oh, I know a place in Dresden, in Germany. Let's see, Up says, throw some worms in the river. I've been baiting the spot up with corn. So there's definitely some bait in the water. I'll put some more out here. These worms cost money. I mean, I can't just throw the worms in right now. I dig a couple thousand in the spring, but eventually my worm beds run out. So I'm kind of you'll think or miss them. Eventually I run out of worms and I've got to buy them. So when I have to start buying them, I have to be a little stingy with them. These little suckers cost like $5 a pack for them. What's it going about? Put a little bit more form further down. Bouncing that dang stick. Here we go. Let's get some more bait in water. This sand is just, it's solid. Can't get anything into it. Alright. We are back. Looking pretty good. Check that chat. Keep up with chat. Let's see, on, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, on. Ambrisadra. Yeah, I was noticing. But I at least like to say hello. Man, I was really hitting it hard too. I might need to step on these rods for a minute. I always like to say hello. worries, my friend. You know me. I like to stay positive out here. Even in the drizzle rain, I'm trying to keep a positive view, hoping I'm going to get a big one down here again. Guys, these guys, you never know. Sometimes you think they'd be hitting really good in the rain. Sometimes they don't, sometimes they do. Too far out. Back. See, so 11 people in and 57 thumbs up. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday, and I hope your weekend is going okay. If you haven't read the pinned message on the bottom, yes, this is a live feed dedicated to Pier Coops. Let's give him our prayers. He's sick in the hospital. We wish him a speedy recovery. Far right, it's on corn. Oh, dude, dang it! Man, that was hitting it too. They would be sitting right in one spot, wouldn't they? I know where they are now. Got them. And deep drama here. I don't know what that is though. What is that? Ooh, buddy. Ooh. They can fight. Another nice drum. That was a bite on corn over there. I wish I'd have hooked that one though. Might have to put a jig at it. If they're over there on those rocks, the only way I'm going to be able to fish for them, but I can snag every cast and put a jig head on over there. That was our first bite on corn. That hit pretty good too. Got him right up the part of the jaw. On here, hook is out. That's another nice one, folks. Another nice drum. Got a little mud on his tail. Okay, that comes off pretty quick. Another gorgeous fish, folks. I believe that's our 4th or 5th of the day, folks. Day of the drum. Another gorgeous one. He's got a little mud on him, but no worries. That's actually sand. Check out these guys up close. People say those are ugly fish. Ah, yep, he wants to go. He's like, that's it, and I'm enough. Bye-bye. Hey, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this one, unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to put a jig head on it. They're holding right. That was my first bite on corn. Oh, finger is a huge snag. I do not think that's coming on. Yeah, not when they come off. You guys know how this works sometimes when they want to hold in some heavier structure. The only way to do it is with something that's not going to get snagged. There. One way to do that is take a simple 1/8 ounce or 1/4 ounce jig head, cast it in pretty much the same spot, and that will hold up for the most part. And that's much more difficult to get snagged in the rocks and stuff than your Carolina rigs. This will just take a moment to re-rig this, and I'll get this back out here, and I'll get back to that chat, my friend. unfortunately, with this 10-pound test I got on here, I might not be able to cast it so good. But I've got a way of dealing with that. You guys, people that have been in the channel, you know how I deal with that. Alright, it's on. I just got to trim that tag in. Not great to get sand in your dirt and your wires, but don't have much choice to do down here. Everything's gonna get sand in it. Alright, that's just a little jig head, right? One of Steve Turner's, one of the last few I got. What we're gonna do with this is we're just gonna cover this hook with corn. Make it seem like this is just one solid chunk of corn. Push that corn right up top of that jig head. Just keep stringing that corn on until it completely covers that hook. You just want the very, very tip of that hook exposed. Just like that. That very tip is exposed. The rest of that is covered. And that jig head kind of blends in, so it makes it look like it's all just one piece. And here's the trick of my casting. Got too wide of a weight. Just kind of hand line her out enough, just to get her out to the spot. It don't really matter how you get out there as long as you get out there, right? Alright. Yeah, that sand is just in everything right now, folks. Got to get our worm rod back out here, and then I'll come check that shaft. Rain stopped again. Like we got a little bit of an intermission as far as the rain is concerned. That's a good thing, I guess. Stick her in there. Alright, if you guys are just tuning in, thank you. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a great Saturday, and I hope your weekend is going okay. If you're new to the channel, we are down here on the Mississippi River, down by the Arch in St. Louis. And actually, the wind started blowing, so that storm front might actually be past. Usually you only get wind after a storm front is going by. Not too far out. I think that's good. Let's see, 8 people in and 60 thumbs up. That's just awesome, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Justin, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. And Wayne, what's going on? Appreciate you guys coming in. Let's see, Outdoors, what's going on? Outdoors says, Justin, my man. Boy, we got backed up in chat there, didn't we? Let's see, Upchart says, with the, emojis. I'm happy for you. I'm glad you're enjoying the feed, my friend. Let's see, up, and let's see. Justin says, hey, Paul. Let's see, B says, Mike, brother. Let's see. Danny says hi, Wayne. Hope I saw that rod. Left one again got hit. Let's see. Red Bricks is in the house. What's going on, Red Bricks? Red Bricks says, stopping by to give you a thumbs up. I do appreciate that, my friend. I hope you have a great weekend. And I really do hope your Saturday is going okay. Let's see. Danny says hi, hi, Red. Let's see. Red Brick says, Justin Thunderstick, yo. Let's see. Danny with the heart emojis. Oh, Danny with the red brick emojis. That's interesting. Never seen that one before. Red Brick says Chris. Red Brick says Danny. Red Brick says, what's the count? I believe it's 4 drums so far. Biggest one was about 2 pounds. Seems like we're getting a lot of drum today rather than any big carp. But we did get one really good hit on that corn down there. She was snagged up when I set the hook. You could feel her on there, unfortunately. There was no way she was coming off. Let's see, Casting Card, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Casting Card says MVP. Red Brick says, oh. Okay, my bad. Yeah, this is a dedicated live feed. Pierre KOOPS, he's not feeling great. He's in the hospital. Let's wish him a fast recovery, my friends. I believe here comes another train, folks. Let's see, up with the smiling emojis. Yep, train, folks. Earbuds out, volumes down. Yeah, double engines on this one. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait till she goes by so you can hear me. All right, yeah, I think that's okay now. Let's see, Chris says, it's a weekend with Miss Giggy. Let's see, Miss Giggy says Chris. Let's see. Red Brick says, wow. Yep, sending prayers. I do appreciate that. That's why I figured what better way to support him and to come out here and fish for one of his favorite pieces of fish. Try to get a big old carp out here. That's sitting out there too. That was sitting out there perfectly. Remember how that Carolina rig got snagged? Well, that didn't. And that actually got nipped. Most of that corn's gone. We've got enough corn down here drifting by, and there are plenty of carp and grass carp down here. So they're definitely nibbling on corn. Hopefully they mistake this for, a guy with corn sitting down there. Ooh, we got piggies. sand's getting under our gears. I'm gonna have to clean that out when we get home. Not much sand in your reels. Sure. That's just not working here. I cannot just stick with sand. Okay. Don't bang it on the back of that. That's okay. Not enough room on here. Be like pinging on it really good. Wouldn't really hit it all the way. And I think we're about out of night crawlers. We still got some redworms and we still got corn, so we got bait. Now these little worms, they can be expensive. Hopefully I can start getting my own again very soon. Usually when the ground starts getting a little wet around this time of the year, I can start getting a lot of little redworms at least. And those redworms, they do work. It's just you gotta gob them on there. I feel like 3 or 4 months of looking for one. Back to that chat. This is what is going on. You guys are just tuning in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. 9 people in, 64 thumbs up. That's just awesome, my friends. Let's see. Red Brick says, yeah, good attitude, MVP. I try to keep a positive attribute down here. Even when you see me freezing my daggone butt off, I'm trying to... I try. I don't always. I get a little grumpy down here. I'm 58. Give me a break. I can be a little grumpy every once in a while, but I try. Trying to keep your hands warm with a lighter. It's not really the most effective means of doing that, but let's see. Red Brick says Paul. Let's see. Paul says, okay, this is Spookum today. I think he'll have my number. Well, I'm keeping an eye on that far rock because that one has got to be in like danger zone. Let's see. Chris says, good to hear, Paul. Let's see. Up says, how old are you, dear? I'm 58. Just turned 58 in August. I tackle some brutes down here on the Mississippi. That's basically what my YouTube channel is about. In and fishing around St. Louis and more. Get some big old bass up at the lakes down here. Fairgrounds, O'Fallon Park. Down here, tackle some massive common carp, grass carp, buffalo carp. Every once in a while, we'll get a big old flathead or blue catfish. And the white bass should be starting to run soon enough. Have I caught anything today? Yeah, we've caught, I believe, 5 nice drums so far on this feed. So, smallest is about maybe 1/4 pound. The biggest is about 2 pounds. $130 people in now. Wow. Let's see, 13 people in. Let's see, and 65 thumbs up. That's just awesome, my friends. I've only pushed up to over 100 like once in the past 2 months. YouTube's kind of I don't know, they're not really not pushing me, and they're not really, you know, they're just kind of ignoring me at the moment. It's like, he's there. Let's see, Chris says, going strong. Yeah, I think our channel is doing great, folks. That's why I say this is my channel as much as it is yours. Because without you guys, I would just be an old guy fishing down here on the river. Let's see, Up says, have you ever tried catching cane? No, I don't think I've ever tried that. Let's see, Chris says, yes, get you to the 200, 200 then, Paul. Yeah, another awesome supporter of their channel, Paul. If you guys haven't subscribed to him, please do. It really help things out. And see, Brad, what's going on? Brad says hi. Catfish tasty, though. Yeah, there are a lot of different things I try down here for catfish. There's skipjack herring around. I haven't seen them recently. I was able to get a cast net, and I haven't seen any moving around, and so I really didn't want to spook the carp in here if there's no skipjack around to get now. Not seeing them all the time is not a proof that they're not there. It's just, if you can't see them, you're going to take a heck of a lot of casts with that cast net before you get one. Let's see, Denny says hi, Brad. Let's see, Denny says I want you. Let's see, Miss Giggy says Paul. Let's see, Paul says, not a good start. You have the invest something and all people I really like. Let's see, Red Brick says, long train, lots of stuff. Yeah, it looks like there's some cars in them. Yeah, that one's empty, but the one before it had some cars in it. Says, do you eat the drum? When I need the food, yes, I will. But a lot of times I'll let them go. And if I don't need the food, I'm gonna let them go until I need them. That way I know they're always here, fresh and ready to go. I just don't like wasting fish. I'd rather catch and release them, and if I need them, I will keep them. Now, I don't keep them over about 2 or 3 pounds. After about that size, they start tasting a little icky. They start tasting a little wonky after about 2 or 3 pounds. I think that slipped down a little bit. Pull it up. Well, I can't wait till Steve box comes in, folks. I really can. I want that box. I want it. Because I know there's a whole bunch of white bass down here. Oh, there goes our daily biplane. Yeah, that. Let's see. Up says, do you know me? I'm not sure, Up. That's the first time in chat. I'm not sure if we know each other in real life. I live in St. Louis, Missouri. And here comes a little drizzle rain again. Let's see. Paul says, luckily to try again, Mike. See, Up says, see, what do you put for bait? We've got worm right now. The price of those are about $5 a container. I dig my own for the majority of the season, but when it starts getting colder and the ground starts drying out really badly, it becomes very, very difficult to dig them. In our earlier feeds during this season, you'll see me go through 100 a live feed down here. Let's see. Paul says, I was to say that, Mike. I was too earlier to say that. Oh, I got you. And the train is by. Bye-bye, Mr. Train. Let's see, 10 people in and 67 thumbs up. That's just awesome, my friends. And let's see, we've got 46% charge left. Yeah, they stole our battery extenders from the back of my house, plus a box of shells. Shells were actually worth a heck of a lot more than battery chargers. So I had to order some more of them. They're coming in the mail today. That was another 20 bucks off our bite. Another 20 bucks off our, got him. These guys fight. Man, that is a dark color drum. Folks, check this one out. That doesn't even look like a drum, but it is. Wow, that's a coloration on this guy. And this is an abnormal drum, folks. This is very unusual. Check this guy out. This is a golden drum. You don't get many of these guys. It's just a mutation. Sometimes they get this coloration. Remember all those silver ones? This is just a completely different coloration on this guy. I haven't caught one of these in about 5 years. Check this guy out, folks. It's what's called a golden freshwater drum. Just totally gold colorated. Get this guy closer if you guys can see that. Look at the different colorations on that. There's nothing, this fish is not sick. But this is a different color, boy, that is just incredible colorations on that. Like I said, I haven't caught one of these guys in years. This is for you, Pure Koops. Check that out. That is a rarity indeed. I haven't caught one of these guys in years. Check this out really close, folks. Just a gold colors. And this fish is not sick. This is just no normal coloration. Look, it's just brownish golden. That fish is just gorgeous. He wants to go. He wants to go, folks. I want to get one more view on this guy. Just look at that in the coloration. Just, wow, that is just a beautiful one, folks. All right, buddy. See ya. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's for you, Mr. Spirit Coop. You got us a little tangled up here. We'll get this off here in a second. That's trying to knot. Don't do that, Michael. Got a lot of our worm back too. That's a good thing. We've got many worms left. Let me get this rod back out and I'll come check that out, okay, folks? Good one. Amazed how tough these suckers are. That's back. Put a little further off the bottom. Looks like that worked good. That's just some incredible colorations on that fish. That's our sixes a day, number 6, folks. Yeah, that was a gorgeous one there, folks. I haven't caught one like that in years. See, 11 people in and 64 thumbs up. That's just awesome, my friends. Let's see. Mudcats, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Mudcats, that's awesome catch. Thank you, my friend. Let's see. Paul says, hey, Midwest. Yes, Midwest. Thanks for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Danny says Mudcats. Let's see. Chris says Midwest. Yep, Mid says, hey, Paul, how are you? Let's see. Mud says Christy. Yes, sir, Christy. Appreciate you coming in, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope you're having a great Saturday. Hope your weekend is going okay. Let's see. Chris says, NJP. Got a big old drop of water on my lenses. That's an inner one, too. How did water get on the inside of the lens, but not the outside? That's weird. Oh, yeah, it is on the outside, too. Ah. Dry them off before they really get smeared up on me. And I can't see anything. Let's see, Danny says, thank you, Macho. Let's see, says, how's it going? Chris says, W Midwest. That's just awesome, my friends. Let's grow together. My one goal in life is to get everyone moderated on YouTube. No, I haven't caught any carp today. I have had 6 nice drum today, and we did get one really good bite on corn down there. I set the hook, she was snagged up, and there was like no way I was going to get her off. It happens sometimes. They get a little quiet down here. Let's see. Up says hi. Danny says Andrew. Yes, sir. Andrew, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Carpe says hi, everyone. What's my location? This is St. Louis, Missouri. We're about a quarter of a mile upriver from the Arch in St. Louis. We're on a place called Riverfront Trails. If you look it up on Google Maps, you can pretty much find the exact location. There are tons of spots to fish down here, like At least 3 or 4 miles of shoreline. Let's see, oh, I missed Dopa. What's going on? Thanks for coming in, Dopa. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Justin says Dopa. Chris says Dopa. Let's see, Red Brick says St. Louis, Missouri. Oh, bite on close rod again. Yeah, come on. Sometimes we go wrong and jig a little bit too good. Sometimes not. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. We got about a half a dozen worms left. Should be enough to finish the feed off today. Doing okay down there? It's just perfect. It's set down there. Nipping that worm off pretty good out there. Those things can be pretty good at stealing your bait. All right, let's get back to this chat. Let's see. Chris says Andrew. Drew says hello. Hope is well. Let's see. Fault, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Let's see. Fault says hello. Hope all is well. I'll bite on a close rod again. Ah, that maybe I should stay here for a minute. You know, they never like to hit when you hold the rod, but I gotta try. Don't know why they don't like to hit when you hold the rod, but they don't. Never touch that rod until you put the rod down. That looks like it came in way too close, too. Let me do that real quick. One, two. One, two, sitting out there pretty good. Seems to be anything wrong with it. Might have had a kernel fall off on us during that. Might have been during reeling in too. That happens sometimes when you're reeling your line and the corn will fall off on you. guys coming right by the bank. Still in there. Oh, buddy, hit it again. Watch me try to make sure I've got another worm for the next bite. See if it hit it again. Little stinkers are being sneaky out there, aren't they? They nip, grab a piece of worm off, and back off until I recast it. Make sure that hook is closed. Yep, perfectly. Hook grabs onto that, I should get him hooked. Always got to keep an eye on that corn rod too. That's the one that's in the most danger down here. Not to say that the one by the bank isn't going to get a big old carp or something on it, but a lot of times these big guys will eat that corn and just take off with them. Look at it. Just kind of got so quiet. Once I get them crappie jigs from Steve Turner, man, you guys are going to see some whitebass right out on that tip. I did roll a big gar down there earlier on, before I started to feed on a rooster tail. It's hard for us to keep those gar hooked on a rooster tail. I don't know why. Let's see, Faith, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll be having a great Saturday. Let's see, Francis, what's going on? Appreciate you guys coming in. 16 people in and 73 thumbs up. That is just awesome, folks. Yep, 27 more to make 100. We're getting there, my friends. We are getting there. Sorry. Let's see, Jason, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, Jason. Appreciate you coming in, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How's your day going, Jason? Close rod again. Nice little chunk of worm out there. Why ain't they just grab it and take it off? Hook is exposed. Yep, perfectly. Could be a little bit more. Pretty good. We will not hit it on holding that rod too. I've tried it already a couple times today. Perfect, yeah. I should run to the right, but I'm angled in the wrong direction here. I'll be out. Steven, what's going on? Hi, Steven. We're outdoors. Thanks for coming in, my friend. Steven says hi. Let's see, Chris says, hey, Justin. Let's see, Redpick says Orta. Let's see, Danny says Orta. Danny says Jason, brother. Whew. Man, wind just started blowing down here now, folks. Well, I like it when it's still. It was better when it was drizzling rain. The wind changed direction too. It was blowing at our backs. Now it's blowing at our faces. I see Danny with the #1 emojis. Appreciate that, my friend. See, went fishing for a little bit, but caught nothing. How's it time to watch the legend? Well, I'm getting some fish. We did get an extremely rare, golden freshwater drum. Yeah, that fish was about 2.5 pounds. That was a gorgeous drum. We've also caught, five other like regular drum today. We had one pretty good hit on corn. That fish got us snagged up, and yeah, there was no way of getting that fish off, I'm afraid. It happens. Sometimes you'll get them snagged up. Close rod. Got him. Yeah, these guys can fight, actually. Another nice one, folks. That's our 7th of the day, number 7. That's another couple pounders. Oh, okay, I probably can't even lift that one with my rod. I'm gonna break my rod. Got him out. That's another 7. That's about 2.5 pounds again. Another gorgeous one, folks. That's the day of the big drum. The other day, there wasn't any of these guys around, and now there's some nice ones. Keeping an eye on that corn rod. Looked like something popped it while I was doing this. Number 7, folks. After our first smaller one, they've been some nice ones. He got a little, no, he's pretty good colorations. Almost all those scales are there. Sometimes these guys can get beat up down here, but this one's a nice, beautiful one. Check out them chrome colors when you get them close. I love how these guys just kind of disappear when you get them near the camera. But he's there, he's not. He's there, he's not. They got big old eyeballs, too. They got big eyes. All right, buddy. Back in the water, girl. See ya. Thank you. Thank you. And the best thing is we still got one rod out here trying to get a big old carp. Make sure that hook is still exposed. Oh yeah, I can feel it. Now, I think eventually that fish has just got to get mad enough to he keeps pecking on it, pecking on it, pecking on it. He keeps getting away, he eventually grabs it. Alright, that was a nice one. Nice fighter, too. These guys are putting on a pretty good show today. See 11 people in and 77 thumbs up. That's just awesome, my friends. Beautiful fish. Let's see. He says, hey, Red. All right, looking good. Let's see, Miss Giggy says nice catch. I appreciate that, Miss Giggy. I know I've had a few bites out there that weren't drum either, because I've had that one that was just really wobbling that tip. Pretty sure that was one of them smaller buffalo carp. Them little stinkers are hard to hook. They got mouths like, oh, another bite. Hopefully. I was saying that those buffalo carp are really hard to hook sometimes. They got mouths like those smaller ones, as thick as pencils. Still enough worm on there. Now Justin says he never does any good on these red wigglers. I do okay with them on as long as I hook them right. There's a way to do it. You got to hook them like once right through the head, pinch them in the middle, hook them again, pinch them right there on the tip, and just let that tip dangling. Let's see. Red Brick says 3 minutes to blast off. See, Red says, how are you? Red Barrel, we're doing okay. We've caught 7 nice drum today, including one golden freshwater drum. That was a rarity. I haven't caught one of those in years. Haven't got any big carp today, but, you know, sometimes it can be like that. You can't get monsters every day down here on the river. Almost every day, but not every day. Let's see, Danny says, hey, Red Barrel. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday, and I hope your weekend is going okay. Well, my hands are going numb out here again. It's got to be below 50 degrees now. And I wish I could have gotten a big carp on today's feed. We still got a little time. I think I might be quitting very soon because I've got a package that was just delivered. I'm gonna have to get back to the house. We are pretty much out of red worm. We're pretty much out of worms now. We got one left. Hopefully get one more on here. I should probably put worm on that jig head too, but I don't have enough to spare at the moment. Here comes another train, folks. Here comes another train. Let's see, Red Brick says, cheers everyone to all fishermen. Cheers, my friend. Let's see, Yana, what's going on? Thanks for coming in, my friend. Yana says, hey, Mike. Good luck, bro. Hope you're well. I'm doing okay, my friend. Hope your weekend is going okay. Hope you're having an awesome, awesome Saturday. Let's see, Miss Gigi says, red double cheers from everyone. It's a bite. Oh, you missed them. Dang it. Second behind him. Let's see, what was Miss Gigi saying? Drew, I'm not fishing at all the moment, unfortunately. Well, hopefully you'll get out soon enough, my friends. Earbuds out, and let's see, turn those volumes down for a minute. Let's see, Red Drake says, Miss Gigi, awesome. With the cool emojis. Sienna says, yeah, it's been a good weekend. Thanks, bro. But it's nearly over down here, 10 a.m. Sunday. Yeah, we're still like, what is it? 3:30 here. On Saturday. So we still got a little bit of a weekend left. Let's see, Red Brick says, yeah, Miss Gigi. Let's see, Miss Gigi says, red and laughing your butt off. See, 8 people still in. Let's see, 81 thumbs up, but that's just awesome, my friends. It's another cool train going by. Hope you guys have enjoyed the feed today. Hope I put on a good show. I know these drama are actually, they're doing pretty good right now. Surprisingly, I haven't seen a school of them like this for a while. Once that drifts down, it might go recap. It seems like they hit it on the way down and not at all. One bad thing about this sand, it's on an abnormal angle, so it's. Let's see, Red Brick says, fishing and trains, watching, same time, nice. Yeah, I do like that little thing down here. Most people get bothered by the noise, but I like watching all the cool stuff and some of the graffiti on a lot of these trains and just wondering what's inside of them. That might just be coal in these guys. Come on, one more fishy. Come on, buddies. Let's see. Stilicity, what's going on? Stilicity says MVP. Awesome you coming in, my friend. Hope you're having a great Saturday. So we've caught 7 nice drums today, including 1 golden freshwater drum. That was a rarity. Let's see. Jason says, hey, Steel. Let's see, Land of Steel, what's going on? Yeah, hi, Land. How you doing? I almost said the wrong name. But appreciate you coming in. Land says Mike. Hope the kids are doing okay, and I hope the wife's not, yeah, I know. I hope she's doing okay too. I just get this vision of Land of Steel with his wife, with his, Homer Simpson when he's always choking his wife would be choking him. He'd be going like, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Let's see. Justin says Colt Steel brother. Let's see. Miss Giggy says Colt. Let's see. Colt says Land, my brother. Let's see. Land says Miss Giggy. I don't know. I'm probably wrong. But I just get this picture of her, with Homer Simpson. He always choking Bart. Yeah, I get that picture. You're going, please no, I can't take it anymore. I don't know. It's probably just me. See, 14 people in, 81 thumbs up. If I haven't mentioned it in a while, this feed, if you haven't checked out the pin on the bottom, this feed was dedicated to Pierre KOOPS. He's not feeling great. He's in the hospital. He was having trouble breathing. Let's give him our prayers and wish him a speedy recovery. We are out of worms. There ain't none left here. Nothing. Nada. That's our last worm. You have corn. Corn doesn't seem to be working great today. It's one of those off days for corn. Let's see, yep. This gig with the heart emojis for Pierre. G-Land says Miss Giggy says Justin. Bad, not that. You think I'm missing a few seconds behind him. It's like a split second. That close. So close. Come on, buddy. I'm starting to get my sand legs. I got over there fast, didn't I? Surprised I can still move that fast. All right, we've broken over the 3-hour barrier, folks. That's just awesome, my friends. I do appreciate you staying in for the feed. I really, really do. Whew. Yeah, I'm starting to get cold now. The sun's... It wasn't out because of the clouds and everything, but you can tell it's got below the horizon there. Give it a pretty good pack. Not a lot of worm left on there. I want this last fish. Come on, buddy. I want it. That's the bait and tackle retracted message. Bait and tackle says, what is the catch of the day? Let's see, our best catch, I guess, was that maybe 2.5, 3 pound golden freshwater drum. Now, we've caught 6 others in the feed. So we've caught 7 drum in entirety today. Let's see, Red Brick says, I have the grandson coming overnight tonight. I gotta get dinner ready. Everyone have a great day in the evening. All right, I appreciate you coming in, Red Bricks. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, my friend. Let's see, Justin says, later, Red Bricks. Dang, a shot. Sheesh. Bite, I see him. There's some serious shots going on down here, folks. I don't know what's going on right down the river from one, but I really don't want to be a part of it. That wasn't a single handgun, that was multiple handguns. Let's see, Miss Kiki says, Mr. Bait and Tackle. Red Brick says, say hi to Mrs. Thunderstuck and the younger one, Justin. Peace. There's some serious shots over there. It's like the 20th shot over there. They're out of range, but I don't want them to come any closer down here. So let's see, Ruber, what's going on? Robert, what's going on? No carp hitting today. We're getting a lot of drum though. We did have one carp hooked earlier in the feed. Got us snagged over there. There was no way of getting that fish out. We've caught 7 drum today, including 1 golden freshwater drum. That's a rarity. I haven't caught one of those in years. Literally a drum that has an abnormal scale coloration. Like, got him. Got him. Guys fight pretty good. Another nice one, folks. That's our 8th of the day. Good way to end the feed, folks. What do you think? This is an awesome fish. we've been getting these guys all day. Hard pressed to hook the little stinkers. They're tough. They give it 5 or 6 little pecks and they quit. That's our 7th drum of the day. No, this is our 8th actually. Number 8. That's our 8th drum of the day, folks. Number 8. That's a great way to end the feed. What do you think? We're over the 3-hour mark. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. These guys are just awesome, folks. Just beautiful guys. Chromish blue, that purple coloration. Just how can you not love these fish? They'll hit all year long. It'd be 110 degrees out here, or there'll be chunks of ice floating down the river, and they love to do that. They love doing that. Open your mouth, you little stinker. I got you. Switch hands. That's our 8th of the day, folks. Number 8. Let's get one good close-up for you guys before we send her back on her way. And see how they kind of disappear on the camera? Like, here he is. Here, no, gone, gone. Yeah, real close. They got big old eyeballs, don't they? All right, buddy. Back in the water. See ya. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See him just there? Bye-bye. Bye. Yeah, it's a great way to end the feed. I have a package delivered at home, too, so I have to get home. I wanted to get one more on feed for you guys. Yep, I noticed, Danny. I got to get back home, so we're over the 3-hour barrier. I hope you guys enjoyed the feed. We caught 8 today. No big river monsters, but you know sometimes you can't get the big ones all the time. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Thanks, Danny. Thanks, Justin. Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Miss Giggy. Thanks all of my moderators for coming in. Thanks all of my regular viewers. That is just awesome. I appreciate you guys spending a little bit of your Saturday with me. I'm just going to add my old good luck. Stay safe. Hope to see you on the water. Keep doing what you love. Keep them lines tight. And I'll see you on the next one, my friends. And have an awesome, awesome weekend. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.